What's going on, everybody? It's E Mackey, and today I just wanted to come to you to talk about logos. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is your logo's purpose. And your logo's purpose is primarily just to basically communicate your brand's message, like at a glance, and to identify the brand. That's it. According to Vox, there are three basic logo types. This basically means that pretty much every logo that you see can be broken down into one of these three types of logos. The very first of those types is a wordmark. This is a logo that is basically text-based, pretty much only text for the most part, and this is created by using like typography in some type of way. Examples of these logos would be like the Sony logo, where all you see is the word Sony. There is no image with it. Another example of this type of logo would be something like Netflix, the Netflix logo. Another example of a wordmark logo would be Google, the Google logo. So these are three really good examples of wordmark or text-based logos. These logos don't necessarily communicate what the brands are about or anything about the brands at all inherently. However, all three definitely identify the brand because the logo is the brand name. And one thing that I want you to notice is there are no special things about it. Nothing about the logos necessarily pops or anything like that. It is just basically the logo written out in this type that is really easy for you to recognize, and we recognize it and understand what the brand is communicating simply because the brand has been branded. So the next logo type are pictorial logos. These are logos that are basically image-based type logos. Good examples of these logos would be the Apple logo, McDonald's, and the third example would be the Twitter logo. These are logos where there is an image associated with the brand. The last of the three different logo types would be abstract iconography. This is basically logos that have an icon, almost like the last logo type, but these icons don't particularly relate to anything. So a good example of this type of logo would be like the Chase Bank logo. If I were to show you this symbol, what exactly is that? Could you tell me what that is? It's not something that actually really exists in the real world. It's just a mark that was created for this brand just to communicate. So it's important to point out that with the Chase logo and the abstractness of that Chase logo, that logo didn't really mean anything. That mark, that blue squarish thing that I don't even know what the name of that would be, it doesn't really mean anything. It means what Chase branded it to mean. So there's a really iconic designer named Sagi Haviv, and he has this philosophy that you don't have to like a logo right away. So he's one of the designers from the design team that created the Chase logo, US Open, Showtime, National Geographic, and like a ton of other logos. Now, his philosophy of you don't need to like a logo right away just basically means that the logo doesn't necessarily need to jump out at you. It doesn't need to like impress you, overwhelm you, or anything like that, as long as it's really well designed and it functions properly, because that's the most important thing. The logo growing on you, or the logo becoming iconic, is really more so based on your marketing efforts and the way that you brand the company. A really good and well-documented example of this is the Nike logo. So the Nike logo was designed in 1971 by a graphic design student named Carolyn Davidson. So Carolyn Davidson was hired to design this logo for Nike, and she kind of went back and forth with the Nike owners with the logo to the point that she was just like, I ain't going back and forth with y'all, take it or leave it. And what ended up happening was in 1983, Nike actually came back to her to recognize her for her contributions to the brand, because that marketing team had branded the logo so well that it became the logo that we know today. So in 1983, they came back and they gave her a gold ring with a swoosh-shaped diamond and also 500 shares of Nike. And imagine how much that is worth right now. So that just speaks to the fact that you don't necessarily need to like be so in love with your logo at first if it's really well designed, because your marketing efforts and your branding efforts can really take your logo where it needs to be. So these are some of the things that I just wanted to educate you guys about when it comes to logos and logo design, and what like really efficient, effective logo design looks like. Your logo should be simple, crisp, clean, communicate, and function the way that it should properly function. So with all of that being said about logos, I am doing logo design for $100. Now, please keep in mind that logos value, logo like real price for logos is actually anywhere between $5,000 and like $30,000. Please don't let that be lost on you. I don't open my computer for $100. I typically do not open my computer, take your phone call for $100. This is something that I'm doing to support like smaller businesses. So please don't let it be lost on you, the value of the logo. And please don't let it be lost in thinking that because you're getting a logo for $100, that it's not as valuable as any of the bigger brands, because the Nike logo was originally purchased for $35. So once you get this logo design, it is on you to brand it. It's on you to make it what it really is, but it's on me to create something that's nice, clean, efficient, and that functions. So with all this being said and all the education that you have, if you or someone that you know that is starting a business or has a small business or small company, don't come to me if you got like a multi-million-dollar company or like a huge company that has all this money thinking I'm gonna do it for $100, because I'm not. We can discuss proper logo rates if that is the case, but if you or someone that you know does have a smaller company and needs logo design or any type of design for that matter, photography, graphic design, video production, anything, please tag them to this video, have them contact me so that I can work with them. If you are someone from a bigger company and you need some of these services as well, I am available and we can discuss the rate. Thanks for y'all's time. I hope this was helpful. Take care.